What's up? Skakel in the house. Yo, 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 yo. 7 people in the stream. I'm just reading an article on Jeffrey Epstein's penis. So there you go. Welcome to the Earl world. Welcome to the live chat. It's 2:18 in the AM. We're just chilling right now in the Earlverse. Come on in, say hello, say goodbye. You can have a we're going to put some mood music on to get people into a trance, a relaxed vibe, which, what's up, blah, fufafa? Earl Skakel in the house. Hope you guys are well. And I am not muted. So clean out your ears, Wendy. Hello. Can you hear me now? Do you hear music? Do you hear me? Maybe I'm onto something. Oh, that's weird. Well, sorry about that. My bad. Everything I need is in your back pocket. Well, they was lying, bro. Well, Charlie is my confidant. See, I see what you guys were doing. Well, I'm not sure what I did any differently, but we're back. That is my dog. I don't know what that means. Foo foo fa fa. So I kind of answer that question. I'm sure it's something disgusting. I think you asked me that question. Well, I don't wear rubbers, so you ain't gonna find that in my pocket. If you had to choose between being blind, I would be deaf. Because I'd like to see what's going on. I don't know what that is, wussy. Oh, show me the $10 first, baby doll. Man, we got some really weird people in the stream tonight. But that's all right. I welcome the weird people. I realize it's the internet. So, I don't mind your guys' weirdness. Try a Ritz cracker bag. That helps, but you gotta have a big dick for that. So I'm not sure if any of you in the stream can hang, if you know what I mean. If I had to live in a movie world, I don't know. You asked some weird but good questions. What movie world would I live in? Star Wars, I guess. Yeah, let's say start. We're gonna go with the red filter. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Okay, why don't use it? I don't know, Mr. Smith. Boy, we got some weird questions in the stream tonight. But that's okay. I welcome the weirdness. I appreciate you all. As weird as you guys are tonight. This is why I don't do a lot of late night streams, because the freaks come out. And, you know. Mr. Smith, that might be the most unfunny thing that's ever been in my stream. You're going to have to do better than that, my friend. My voice is hot. It's deep. This is CNN. That's a good question, Mr. Smith. Good for you, Charlie. I can tell you're on something. But that's okay. My stream is about having a good time. Even though it's probably very early at night for most of us, or maybe early in the morning for some of you. This stream is all about living your best life. Cool, we don't do all caps in here, so please small it down. I'm sorry about that, Charlie, but smoking will give you cancer, so I'm glad you can't smoke. King Baker, we don't do all caps in here, baby. I'm glad you won't be, country boy. I appreciate that. It's all good, King Baker. You're new to the stream, so I will ask you kindly to hit the like and subscribe button. Good night, Charlie. Listen, if you're trying to quit smoking, I would recommend cinnamon sticks. My sister quit smoking cold turkey, and she was a hardcore smoker, so. Cinnamon sticks. I'm doing good, King Baker. Thank you very much. What is this stream? Well, Peyton, I'm a stand-up comic in Los Angeles, California. And, I'm a voiceover actor. I was the father on Tyler, the Creator's cartoon, The Jellies. I was in Real Rob on Netflix and many other TV shows. I just like to stream at late at night. Yeah, I do a lot of voiceover work, animated movies, cartoons, and you know, I am not the EA Sports guy, but I'm close. EA Sports, it's in the game. So I wish I was the EA Sports guy. I'd be making the money, honey. Thank you, Brad. I mean, I don't know what that guy makes, but maybe if he retires, I can get that gig. So, I do a lot of lottery commercial type stuff, like buy your Georgia State lottery scratchers now, void where prohibited. I don't know what UNC means, Cobb. I'm sure it's an insult, but that's okay too. You can find, let me write in the stream where you can find my stand-up. Excuse me. It's not carbonated. Oh, okay. I don't even know what that means, my friend. Yeah, you can follow me on all social media. Oh, you got to do a little better than that, Cobb. I'm a night owl for sure, so I don't know if that's freaky, but what up, Pure Blood in the house? It's just my working hours are at night. It is nerve-wracking. I mean, you can be in a band, and if it's a bad band, if you're the singer, you could turn around and blame the drummer. But if you're a bad comic, you can't really turn around and blame the curtain. So, it's not for everybody. Timmy No Breaks is definitely not my favorite stand-up. He's not even a stand-up. He does 1 minute of comedy. So, not a fan. But I'm not a fan of Kill Tony comics in general. And where can you find my stand-up comedy? I have, what up, CC Motion? I have about 1,700 videos on YouTube. And I would say about 1,200 of those are my stand-up. I would agree with you on that. Norm Macdonald, one of the greats, if not the best. There's Dave Attell, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Don Rickles would be my favorites. So. There we go. This is nice, relaxing music. Yeah, JJ in the house. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of. I just like having a little background music on the stream. I mean, I wasn't a giant Patrice O'Neill fan. I know that's like sacrilege to say, but he's definitely a favorite of a lot of comics, that's for sure. And Country Boy, it's my stream. I'll do what I want. Yes, I'm finding myself in this stream of 14 people. And I welcome you all to my stream. Yeah, I mean, you guys want to do a stream? Do your stream. I'll do my stream. And Patrice O'Neill was a he, not a she, and died way too young at the age of 40 years old. I do, bingo. I'd be worried if I didn't fart. So yes, I do. We all fart. Even the hottest girl on earth farts. The hottest girl on earth takes a shit. Wait. The bright side is I miss an original. You're a comedian, that's cool. What do you think of stand-up comedy on live streaming? Sorry, I didn't see that first question. I don't do stand-up comedy on live streaming because I need to hear a crowd. I need to hear an LOL, but with my ears, not someone typing it in my stream. And, you know, or the groans if a joke does bad. So, man, there are some unfunny people in this stream right now, I'll tell you that much. So, yeah, I need to be live. I don't think stand-up's meant, there's 20 people in here. You know, if I said a joke right now, someone might type, that's funny or that sucks. That's not for me. Zach, don't be a pussy. Don't write an insult and then retype it. Yeah, Zach, we don't do all caps in here, baby doll. Well, you know, hecklers and, you know, there's plenty of trolls in this stream right now, but none of the trolls in here right now would heckle me live because I would destroy them. You know, now you guys have the advantage because you're using fake names, you're not using a real picture, so I can't really fire back at you. So that's why I don't really engage with trolls in here, you know. We got a lot of trolls in here, but that's all right. You guys are. This is probably the highlight of your life, trolling me. Well, I tell you what, Zach, I'll be at the Comedy Store Saturday night. I doubt you would have the balls to show up. Typical keyboard warrior. Oh, I appreciate that, country boy. It's just something I don't like looking at. Oh, thank you, Peyton. Oh, we got Spurg Snake in the house. Yeah, we got some trolls in the house. The Comedy Store is in Los Angeles. There is no Comedy Store in New York. Scotty, I see what you did there. Scotty, I'm too quick. So just smoke some weed and, enjoy the stream. Yes, there's definitely some trolls in the house. But I let them talk. You know, I don't block anyone. I let them say there's peace. I have not bright side. Yeah, Zach, because you're too much of a pussy to do it yourself. Do you realize how much of a coward you just look like? I won't come, but I'll have my Samoan friends. Well, guess what? I'll have my motorcycle club friends show up. We'll see who's tougher. Mr. Tough Guy. Fucking pussy. Message hell for review. This should be fun. Well, I got your mom last night, Pat. She didn't seem to mind. I mean, the trolls really are coming in. That's all right. No, I don't have a pool of lava in front of me. Come on, guys, let's be friends. Life is too short. Come on, Zach, let's be friends. Pat, you and I, let's all be friends in this stream. We're having a good time, man. None of us are ever going to be in the same room. Hey, I'll take a Henry Rollins insult. He looked pretty good most of his life. Can I fight Earl? I mean, I play hockey. I fight in hockey when I have to, but I couldn't tell you when the last street fight I had. I don't think I've ever been in a street fight, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Zach, I can't disagree with you there. I am blind without my glasses. You got me there. I don't know if I can handle myself in the street. I haven't really ever been in a street fight, so... I mean, it's a combination of you write ideas down, and some people go to open mics and lesser known rooms. Like, I can't really try out new jokes at the Comedy Store because it's the #1 club in the world. So, you gotta, when you're on stage at the Comedy Store, you gotta know what jokes to do that work. So. Well, John, I'm in agreement with you there. Jeff Dabba Nelson in the house. What guy doesn't like tits? I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, let's all get together. Like, I mean, Pat, I'm sure you and Zach like tits. Maybe we can get along over that. I mean, most of the fights in my life, if not all of them, have been in hockey. So, I don't think I've ever been in a street fight, to be honest with you. Well, I don't know if Well, I did take boxing lessons from the Weaver triplets. Their brother was heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Weaver. So, but that was many, many, many years ago. I never said they would be afraid of bikers. You literally threatened to send your Samoan friends to beat my ass, so I'm going to have backup myself. What's a bug catcher? I'm going to guess it's some sexual whatever. Zach, let's get along, man. Come on. I'm in too good of a mood to argue with someone I'll never meet. Not really. I will breathe how I want to breathe. I mean, listen, I respect the fact that you guys don't like my stream, but I'm just not sure why you are here. I know, I mean, come on, man. It's 2:43 in the morning. Let's get along. Life is too short. Let's just all listen to the music and get along together. Okay, well, wherever you are watching from, you're in the Midwest, I'm assuming. Anthony Jeselnik gives me motivation to get better, to write better. He's about the only one, to be honest with you. And I'm trying to think who else. I'm not really motivated by most comics today. Yeah. Well, I don't care if he's gay or not. You know, that has nothing to do with his stand-up, you know. I mean, he's funny. That's all I care about. I'm trying to think of other comics. Bo Burnham. I like Bo Burnham. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that. No one did reach out to me from the Stevie Richards show, so it's all good. Well, John, I appreciate that. Come back to the Comedy Store anytime, free of charge. You know, I would agree with you, Zach, on that one. Definitely the best, you know, I would say my top 5 right now: Chappelle, Chris Rock, Anthony Jeselnik. Let me see. Dave Attell. And, no, not Brendan Schaub. Sorry. And let me see. Harlan Williams. Burr's a little too bitter for me. Like, bro, you live a great life. Now, my top 5 all time, I would have to find a way to put Don Rickles in there. What up, Mandorian? Pure Blood, I don't take trolls in a stream at 3 in the morning too seriously. You're either thinking of Quinn Dale or Colin Quinn. Well, I just don't. No, there's Quinn Dale, who's a bald comic out of Vegas, I think, and then there's Colin Quinn. Yeah, I've done some shows with Quinn. I don't see him too much. I'm an LA comic, so I don't do the road all that much. But he is a very funny guy, that's for sure. Yeah, Milton Berle is definitely. He wasn't necessarily a stand-up, but I've never seen the Laughing Samoans. I don't watch a lot of comedy, Zach, because I want to do it, so I don't like to watch it. Do you have any jokes about Jeff, the loser, Ross? I did have some jokes about Jeff, but I was not allowed to tell them. So, yes, I do have jokes about Jeff. Mr. Roast Master. What you think of Fluffy? I mean, he's one of the biggest comics in the world. I mean, listen, the guy's fucking playing Dodger Stadium. I'm doing a stream to 20 people right now, so clearly he's doing something I'm not doing. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's a big draw. He doesn't really make me laugh, but who cares? I'm a horrible comedy fan, so I don't watch a lot of comedy. I want to do it, but I'm not hating on Fluffy. It's just not for me, to be frank. I mean, I think Kevin Hart just got too big. Kevin Hart judged one of my roast battles on television, so he voted for me, so I'll take it. But when you start making the kind of money Kevin Hart makes, you're going to lose your itch to do the road. You're going to lose your itch to do a stream at fucking 2:50 in the morning. You're going to get lazy. So it's like anything. I mean, most bands, their first couple albums are their best because they're broke, they're hungry, they have a determination to make it, and then when they make it, they get lazy and hire outside songwriters. So this isn't a music station, Mr. Fenn. I don't know who that is. Well, then if you're already lazy, you're probably not going to make it. You gotta have a strong work ethic to make it. You gotta be a fucking comedy soldier. Yeah, maybe. JJ, maybe. Well, I mean, I hope Red Bar is watching. I just talked to him last week, so you gotta be in comedy or anything for the right reasons. If you're in it for the money, and then you start making money, well, then you've already hit your goal. So there's really nowhere to go but down. But if you're in it for the art, which I am, you can do a stream to 19 people and hope that I convert most of you, not all of you, to being fans. So you watch the videos and come back in the next stream, you hit the like and subscribe button. Well, listen, I'm not going to say Fluffy is not funny. You don't sell out Dodger Stadium if you're not funny. But it's just not for me. Yeah, Eddie Murphy's up there. I mean, when someone asked me the other day what my Mount Rushmore of wrestling was, and it was tough, man, to only pick 4 people. So when Zach asked me what my top 5 comics are, it's tough. I mean, there's so many great comics, and a lot of great comics I know you guys will never hear of. So when I say someone like Ian Bagg is a great comic, you might not know who Ian is, but he's a great comic. Well, I don't know. I mean, I can't answer that. That's your Mount Rushmore. Hey, who am I to tell you you're wrong? So, probably the funniest guy I know in LA is an older comic by the name of Jason Galern. He's so fucking funny, but I guarantee you no one in this stream has heard of him, which really sucks. I mean, Trevor Wallace is popular. I mean, there's no doubt about that. It's I don't necessarily think he's funny, but I've done shows with him. Yeah, Dice Clay is absolutely a top 10 comic. I mean, what he did selling out Madison Square Garden, and that was back in the day with no social media, that's fucking impressive. What about Deaf Noodles? What about him? I mean, I've done his comedy club on Sunset. Be honest with you, he always treats me nice. Michael, you've already said that. So I'm not sure what to... I don't know what to tell you. So, I mean, Deaf Noodles, he's a controversial figure. That's for sure. But that's why I went to his club because I saw that video of another YouTuber wanting to fight him, and I was like, okay. What about David Lucas? I'm not a fan personally, but here's the thing: comedy is subjective. So, who am I to sit there and say he's not funny or whatever? Well, I mean, he's not a very well-liked comic, so, this day and age, comedy clubs, now I know at the Comedy Store they have a metal wand, so no one's going to bring a gun in there, but there's a lot of comedy clubs that don't check for weapons. So, yeah, Spurg, I've done a few shows at his club. It's just called Deaf Noodles Comedy Club. It's on Sunset, right across the street from Guitar Center. I don't know, he's treated me nice. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the guy, but I only go on how people treat me. So, how do I feel about Rogan's comedy? I mean, to be honest with you, Rogan, it's like I said with Fluffy, you don't sell out theaters every weekend and are not funny. He's funny to his fan base. He's funny to UFC fans and MMA fans and pro wrestling fans. So you don't get the podcast numbers he gets and not be funny. What do you think of Ned Mencia? I don't like him at all. I mean, I have a fan base that's blue collar, hockey fans, pro wrestling fans. But if you were to have me go up in front of a Matt Rife audience, I don't think I would bomb, but they probably wouldn't be like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. They like the kind of humor Matt does. And Philippe Esparza is very funny, absolutely. We kind of started together in Los Angeles, so we've always had a connection. And I love Philippe Esparza. He's just a good person. So, I mean, I don't know enough about Renee Baca. See, I don't watch comedy, guys. I've been doing comedy in Los Angeles for 25 years. I've never, ever seen Renee Baca do stand-up. And he's probably never seen me do stand-up. So, do you pick this angle on purpose to make you look more downsy? No, I don't. I just like this angle, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll talk shit about someone if they've wronged me. like I've talked openly about my hatred of Jeff Ross, because him and his manager fucked me over on 2 shows, but I'm not going to talk shit about a comic just because you guys don't like them, you know. Horror date story. I mean, that's shit. This could be a 7-hour podcast. What up, AC/DC in the house? I've been dealing with trolls for 42 minutes, AC/DC. Horror date story. I took a girl out for drinks once, really hot, but a lot of plastic surgery. And we're about to kiss. She goes, I got to tell you something. I'm like, what? She's like, I have a dick. And I said, well, I got to tell you something. And she's like, what? I said, I'm just trying to come. Hey-oo. Now that, yes, I mean, I don't talk about, there's one roast battle comic whose name I won't even mention, that I hate, you know. But, in terms of, a name you guys would probably recognize, I mean, I helped create Roast Battle, and Jeff kind of fucked me on it with his manager, and then he fucked me on a show called Historical Roast. And then I was supposed to be on a roast, and Jeff had me taken off of it because he was afraid I was going to do jokes about his an incident in his life, which I absolutely was. And, so yeah, I don't like him. I wish I was Mr. Incredible Wade. I mean, the trolls find me. But I mean, I don't do comedy in my stream. I just talk, Chad Zumach is definitely a top 5 working comic. Are you trolling me? Are you out of your mind? I mean, Chad does work hard, whether you guys like him or not. He absolutely works hard. The trolls definitely lurk in the chat. But you see, I talk to the trolls. Most people just block. I don't block anyone. I let the trolls come in, say their piece. I've heard every insult 100 times over, so they don't really bother me, to be honest with you. I'm happy in my life, so there's not much you guys are going to say to me that's going to be like, oh my god. But since Spurg Snake is in here, Dabbleverse questions are on the table. We got to get J Mo in here too. James, I don't know about that. If he was peak comedy, it wasn't his comedy, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, but a laugh is a laugh, I mean, is the quad father up? I'm just kidding. No, it's definitely not the George Floyd stream. This is the Wally George stream. Hey-o. It's a deep reference. I mean, listen. I get it. I've trolled people myself. I get it. Honestly, I'm happy in life. So I could come in this stream, talk with you guys, and yeah, I am an insomniac, 100%. My next show is Saturday night at the Comedy Store, closing out the main room, so it should be a good show. I'm excited. Well, Deaf Noodles Comedy Club is literally just south of the Guitar Center on the other side of the street. Yes, come on down. Anyone's allowed at the Comedy Store. All you have to do is DM me on Instagram, and it's just at Earl Skakel. Let me type that out in the stream, and I'll take care of you guys. Trolls or not, No, I definitely could not take Joe Rogan in a street fight. He's like a 5th-degree black belt. So Joe could kick my ass. I mean, I came up with Whitney Cummings. I came up with Anthony Jeselnik. I came up. Natasha Leggero. I mean, many others. Theo Vaughn. Moshe Kasher. Lana Turner. Ralphie May's wife. So, yeah, those were. Because you got to remember, about 85 to literally 90% of the people I started with, they quit. So there's not a lot around from when I started. You know, who else did I start with? I mean, I didn't start with them, but Brody Stevens and whatnot. We'll go another 10 minutes, guys. Another 10 minutes. Can you remind me, Slappy Bad News? I don't remember, to be honest with you. Did you say Joey tried to sleep with her or something? Not at all. I mean, in my prime in the mid-90s of lifting weights, I benched 305 once. I squatted between 600 and 700 pounds. Now, my form wasn't the best, but I went full parallel. No, I could not have lifted Ralphie May. I was thinking about Laura Keitlinger. I know Lori Kilmartin. I don't know Laura Keitlinger. Well, I don't really have good friends, pure blood, to be honest with you. I mean, comedy is a lonely world, you know. And I don't mean that in a sad way. I've got a lot of friends. I've got a lot of acquaintances, but I don't have a lot of good friends. Joey and Joe claimed she never bought Ralphie's headstone, but she insisted she did. I do go a lot. Who the hell is Earl Skakel? Good question, bro. That I couldn't tell you. Like, I have no idea if she bought Ralphie's headstone. I mean, Ralphie was cremated, so I don't think that he has a headstone. I mean, in general, people who are cremated don't have a headstone. But, Farthead, when you find out who I am, you let me know. And thank you for coming in, everyone. Hit the like and subscribe button, please. Watch my shorts. And that's the best way to support the channel. What was his reaction? See, I see what you did there. Well, I'm just telling you, I don't know if she did it or not. I mean, I would have no way of knowing that, but I would say of the people I know who've been cremated, none of them have a headstone. They're just buried at sea, or, when I die and I get cremated, my family might spread my ashes at SoFi Stadium or something. I mean, I don't know, Stuart, why don't you tweet at him and ask him? And I'm not kidding. I don't know. I would thought I would have been on Joe Rogan by now. I mean, I know Joe. I've done the mothership. He was cool to me. But, it's a show that, you don't ask to be on it. If Joe wants you on it, he'll ask you. Now, he did ask me many years ago, and it just didn't happen. So... Well, I mean, there's probably, I don't know, since the 70s, I don't know. I'll guess 1,200 paid regulars, but, in terms of today, what is today's date? Wednesday, November 19th. There's probably 50 comics who get regular spots. I mean, there's not a lot of spots, to be honest with you. I mean, in the original room, there's 12 spots. In the main room, there's probably about 12 spots. So you're talking every night, there's maybe 24 spots, but if there's a second show, so, let's say every night there's 40 spots, I mean, that's not a lot. Um, so, are you finding with LA comics, they are like Pauly Shore guys, move to New York and stop being a pussy that fingers yourself, dude? You sound depressed. I'm good, El Duce. I don't fight with any LA comics. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not, Jeff, I'm not saying, first of all, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm not saying every person who's cremated doesn't have a headstone, but I personally don't know of anyone who's been cremated that has a headstone. And when I went to Ralphie's memorial and spoke at the Improv, fuck, Ralphie was so big, there was like 6 boxes of ashes. I thought they were building a new stage at the Improv. I mean, Ralphie was, they say Ralphie was, toward the end of his life, was like 80% water weight. So if he was buried in the cemetery, that place is a lake. Hello! See, that's a little joke for you guys, just to keep your attention. Yeah, I mean, I never really listened to Lana's songs, to be honest with you. So I should get a sponsor. I mean, what caused the comedy Texas migration? Well, everyone followed Rogan there. I mean, the king goes, you go with him. And it made sense for guys like Hinchcliffe and Schaub and Callan, people who were actual friends with Rogan. But for someone like me, who's like, I'm friendly with Rogan, but I don't know if we're friends, it just doesn't make sense. In terms of what the Comedy Store comics thought about it, I mean, a lot of people were happy, to be honest with you. I mean, I get more spots with all those guys gone, to be honest. And there's a lot of people who wouldn't get spots who get spots. Now I'm closing out the main room. When you get past at the Comedy Store, no one wants to close out the main room on a Saturday night because you're following 10 famous comics. And it's tough to follow, to be honest with you. But I can pretty much follow anybody. So, I don't mind. It's made me a much better comic. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, no state income tax. And when you're making money like Rogan, it absolutely makes sense to move to a more tax-friendly situation. Nevada, Florida, Yeah, and AI, you can write a whole act with AI. Thoughts on John Candy? Very funny. I mean, one of the great comic actors of all time. So we'll do another 5 minutes, guys. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I mean, Jeff, I'm not the end all be all of cremation strategies. I mean, I just unfortunately know a lot of people who've been cremated, and I can't think of a single one who has an actual headstone. It kind of doesn't make sense. Like both my parents have massive headstones, but they're also buried in the ground. So, yeah, that's so. Circling back to the Lana question, did she buy Ralphie a headstone? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to assume Ralphie. I mean, he was cremated, but if he does have a headstone, I'm assuming it would be in the South, maybe Nashville or Texas, where he was from. No, I don't use AI to help me write jokes. When I start using AI to help me write jokes, that's when I call it a day. Yeah, we don't do math jokes in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to direct you to the Pat Dixon stream. That's a more high bridge crowd than here. But I'm sure there's some people. I would assume a rich person would want to have both, I guess. or maybe you cremate them and bury the ashes in the ground and have a headstone. I mean, well, we don't do thinking man humor in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the stream. To be honest with you, I've never asked someone to leave the stream. Yeah, we don't do Jeff Ross jokes in here. I mean, here's one of the roast jokes I was going to do on Jeff. Jeff Ross does more grooming than supercuts. Hoo, hoo. Well, I mean, getting on Joe's podcast would help me. I mean, I would come back home the next day and I would have 500, 1,000 people in this stream. I mean, that's what, getting on Rogan does for you. I would go from literally a stream of 20 people to 500 to 1,000. So fingers crossed. Are the freaks still going crazy now in West Hollywood? Not tonight. Tonight was pretty quiet, pretty chill. So, no, the freaks are not going crazy tonight. Usually Thursday, the freaks start to come out. Friday, a little bit more. And Saturday night, they absolutely come out. The freaks come out at night, baby. So, we'll go about another 5 minutes, guys. What am I going to talk about, Rogan, for 3 hours? Well, we can talk about, obviously, comedy. We can talk about the TV shows I've been on. We can talk about why I don't like Jeff Ross. We can talk about, I'm sure he would bring up Kill Tony. I'm sure he would bring up what I thought of William Montgomery bombing for 11 minutes. We could talk, about my many bad breakups. We could talk about tons of things. We could talk about politics, given who my family is in the political world. I mean, how many people can sit there in that room and talk about the Kennedys and say they are related to RFK Jr.? So there'd be a lot to talk about. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty cold for us in LA. Not that I know of, Michael. Not that I know of. I don't know. No, I don't think so. Joe doesn't. Jeff's not important enough to Joe, to be honest with you. There is a funny clip, though. I think it was the last time Jeff was on, and Joe was talking about me and roast battle, saying how good I was, and it was such an LA comedy moment because Jeff's very smart from a comic perspective. And you could literally see as Joe's, oh yeah, Earl Skakel has the best entrances and he has the best performance. And Jeff is literally going, and you could tell he's thinking in his head, okay, I can't say anything bad about Earl. Joe's a fan, but I'm going to try and move on. And he was like, yeah, but there's lots of good entrances. There ain't, brother. So, you don't have that same brainworm, do you? I don't think so. I don't think Joe would want to talk about Vigors, the horse racing. But we could have a nice discussion about heavyweight fights. And, I'm sure he would ask me what I thought of Kill Tony and all that shit. So I think it would be, yeah, Joe's, I think would dig. And I would wear some of my best leathers, baby, on the Joe Rogan Experience. So, with the help of you guys, maybe I can get on the Joe Rogan Experience. And then I'll get there a day early so I can panel on Kill Tony, and then I'll come back to LA, a world famous comic. And I'll have 1,000 people in this stream, just like Shuli Egar. I definitely didn't have that good of a body to be a Chippendales dancer. And Chippendales was long gone when I was in college. So, but I tell you what, this is a funny story. I'll end the stream on this one. And I'd like to thank all the trolls for coming in. You said your piece. We played with each other a little bit. Zach, come back. Little Sheba, come back. And the other guy who was hating, come back, baby doll. Well, I can talk a lot about anything, So, and Joe's a great interviewer. I think now maybe I would never come back, but I think if I just did one episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, it'd be fucking good. Because I speak the truth, I keep it real. And a lot of comics on Joe don't. Because they're afraid, well, if I say something bad about Joe Rogan's friend, I might not come back. Well, if I don't come back, I don't come back. So if he asked me about Brendan Schaub's special, I would tell him what I honestly thought about it. Blah, blah, blah. If he asked me what I thought of, the various people I've worked with at the Comedy Store, I would be honest. So, you know. I mean, a few people have recommended me. So, I don't know. Maybe Joe doesn't like me. But, I tell you what, the last time I walked into the mothership, well, the only time I walked into the mothership green room, Joe was on the phone. He looked up, saw me walk in. He basically hung up on whoever he was talking to and gave me a big hug, said, "Welcome to my club. You need anything, let me know." So I would love to do another episode. I thought I would get on Rogan after I did Joey's podcast because it was a really good episode. But we'll see what happens. No, I'd rather get Rogan. I think I would do a better on the Joe Rogan Experience. We'll do another 5 minutes, guys. We'll go to the 70-minute mark. And then unfortunately, I'm getting a little tired, to be honest with you. So I would be funny on The View. Or get on Santino's pod, or get on Theo's pod, and then maybe, I'd love to get on Gutfeld, because I think Joe probably watches that, or I'm sure Hinchcliffe watches it, and then maybe they see that and go, "Hey, Joe, Earl's just on Gutfeld, he ripped it up. Let's get him on." Bam, bam, bam. So, we'll see. I mean, it's, you just got to keep your head down and keep steamrolling away, and, I mean, I'm well liked. So that's one thing that got going for me. But, we'll see. I don't know. Well, I'm not always live. I mean, I think I did 3 streams today, but they're only like an hour. I can't do 3 to 5 to 6 to 7 hours like certain streamers. I mean, I watched a stream last night. We went for like 10 and a half hours. That's fucking bonkers to me. But they were, what up, Flat Cat? But they were making a fortune in super chats. So, but even if I was getting super chats up the yang yang, I don't think I could do a 10-hour stream. Fuck that. What up, Mr. Slammer? Thank you, Pure Blood. Peace and blessings to you. And peace and blessings to the trolls. You can't possibly find Theo funny or interesting. I mean, he's a character. I don't even look at him as a comic. He's a character. He's Larry the Cable Guy, like an updated version. And it's working for him, to be honest with you. I mean, he's probably got the best podcast out there behind Rogan in terms of popularity. And with Marin going, the door's wide open for him. So I don't hear my California accent. So we'll go another 4 minutes, guys. Not really. Peace and love, peace and love. Fuck yeah. I've been trolled for the last 66 minutes. So I'm looking for these last 4 minutes to just be a nice good night. I'll see you tomorrow morning. And, may we find peace and happiness. Well, you just got to have something going on, and someone tells them, "Hey, Earl had a great set the other night at the store, blah, blah, blah." "Oh, hey, Earl, I saw Earl on Gutfeld, he ripped it up." "Oh, blah, blah, blah." "Hey, Earl was on Kill Tony, blah, blah, blah." I mean, it's just how it works. So, it's just, gotta work hard and Be ready for the opportunity. I mean, there's plenty of people who go on Rogan and it doesn't help them at all. You know, I had one friend of mine, I won't say who they are, they went on and, you know, they just didn't have a good interview. They were a little stiff and, you know, Joe was trying to help them, you know, with, you know, you could tell Joe was trying to guide them into a good interview and they just didn't have good chemistry. So they literally got maybe a few hundred followers out of it. And most of those were hate followers, like, fuck this person. So, you know, there you go. What is that, the White Snake, baby? Yeah, the Raiders are horrible. You know, they just need a total rebuild, but, you know, they didn't bring in Pete Carroll for a rebuild. 2 more minutes, guys. Get your last minute questions in, please. I don't know if he's on the list. Yes, don't be a dick. You know, that's the #1 rule in my stream. I love me some Tawny Katane, man. I miss her very much. Oh, who's Bubba the Whore? I don't know who Bubba is. I mean, I think they were just joking. I mean, it's not Bill Clinton. Donald Trump was not blowing Bill Clinton. I was just reading, here's a description of Jeffrey Epstein's penis. This is a good way to end the stream. Rena is also convinced that Epstein's core issue was that he had an extremely deformed penis. Some people have described it as the shape of an egg. I think it was more of the shape of a lemon, and it was really small when it was fully erect. It was probably like 2 inches. She does not believe he was capable of penetrative sex. Strangely, I had this conversation with Rena right after reading on the Drudge Report about new DNA research on blood taken from fabric from the sofa on which Hitler shot himself, suggesting that the Fuhrer had the genetic marker for Kallmann syndrome, which can result in the misfortune of a micropenis. See what I mean? The angles are endless. Well, there you go. So I'm never going to have Kallmann syndrome. Yowza. So, wow. I don't even know what to say to that. So, guys, it's been a fun stream. Tawny was fucking awesome. I'll tell you that much right now. I was good friends with her, and I miss her a lot. She was very cool, and it was a huge honor to know her. So hit the like and subscribe button. I love you all. Earl Skakel, over and out.